have an out if they lose this.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't have Apex.
Oh, hey.
EG, they haven't won anything, man.
Yeah.
They're playing too well to have not won anything.
Mm-hmm. And of course, if you lose tonight, then you are guaranteed going to the Blast Spring Showdown.
Oh, with a Strawless, maybe with Vitality?
Yikes.
Doesn't sound fun.
Man, that event always gets stacked.
Way too stacked. It's always the...
It's like, yeah, we'd like to build a circuit to really kind of bring up-and-coming teams. Play against the Strawless.
Single elimination.
Masuda,
it's awesome.
On the short side, gonna miss his chance at an opening kill. There are still 3 CTs here on the bomb site. They are flying into the crosshair, and we've got the terrorists coming out on top. Ethan, 2 kills. I am very excited to see Ethan get back into form on this third map. I think if there's one thing that's gonna change between Vertigo and Inferno, it's gonna be Ethan's ability to impact. But here comes the machine. Here comes the cyborg. He is calculating the chances of this win. He is figuring out all their positions, and he looks away as Ethan prevails for EG.
Yeah, like you said, man, 100% Ethan does not like Vertigo. I'm going to go out on a limb. Probably has bad things to say about the map, and doesn't play well on it. Breeze is pretty much the only really, truly impactful player consistently throughout both halves on the last map. Tarek was like a runner-up. But he was often on, Breeze is really the only thing I was like, okay, maybe we can win this map. Breeze, he's doing some good stuff. But overall in Inferno, man, lots of stuff here. Lots of cool stuff that we saw out of EG. They got a real practice map on versus G2 after changing a lot. I would say they changed a lot about their Inferno and got a real run yesterday. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens. But yeah, Masuda famously got like his... I don't remember what it was. He just got 0 kills, like in his first game on Vitality on this map. I think.
Yeah, they swapped out Shocks for him after Shocks had like 26 kills or something the map before. Mm-hmm. I was like, wow, Masuda's coming. Didn't work.
Or yeah, no, I meant like way back when he first joined the team.
Way back.
Yeah, way back.
Okay.
But yeah, of course. Yeah. We've got now Shocks, I think, as Maniac brought up in terms of replacing Apex as the primary rotator.
This should, I don't know, man. Pocket Deagles can always be really intimidating, and they run at one with a back turn, so Masuda's going to kill Tarek with relative ease, but Breeze cuts through Navera, and we're stuck in the 3v3. Cirque goes from Boiler back into the depths of apartments. Bomb gets onto the site. And Vitality have 2 more players come to join them through the archway. But Breeze, as he throws down this smoke to effectively cut off the rotates, he also cuts down RPK. He seems very alert of the possibility that players could come out through that smoke. And it's Ziwu, Deja Vu, in another 1v3. This time he gets a kill. And he's got a chance to give us even more. But I think he's going to take that Galil and just sprint. Go ahead and concede this second one. It's 3 casualties versus EG, but a second round nonetheless.
That's nice. Yeah, that's very nice. Majority deaths, so 2 AKs, pretty good for EG. Sure, they're going to be happy that Ziwu's not going to try to bring the thunder and maybe pull out another kill. Where do you rate this AK? Actually, I really didn't like it when you showed me the kind of like inspecting it, but yeah, I think it in his hands.
Yeah,
I kind of liked it.
It's very red.
Yeah, it is very red.
It's very red.
Yeah,
but covered in red because he's covered his opponents in lead. Just got him all that round from Breeze, shooting him down.
No reinvestment. I personally, when Navera came onto the roster on this map, I really didn't think Ziwu was that amazing playing B. Okay. And Navera picking up the op role, I think he was doing great. I was kind of surprised to see, how much of a back seat Ziwu took and how, I guess, I don't know. I just didn't feel like it was like extraordinary. And sometimes we playing alone, MP9, over on the B site, but seemed to be comfortable doing it. Really wanted to get in touch with, I think, his rifling side again. And this was a map that he did it on. But the map record speaks for itself. They've had some pretty big wins on Inferno. The I'm going to call this the G2 mid setup. One of my favorite eco setups. Very strong, strengthened by this rifle as well. And EG might run forward into
flash.
Flash, yeah.
Perfect. 2 kills out for Vitality. The perfect time crunch. And look at EG, man. They just get sent scouring back towards the B site. The question is, can they get here fast enough to set up a defense?
They've got good pace here. I mean, P250 might get pushed out of position, so potentially a retake. No damage gets put down as they cross and when they put the bomb down. I think it's actually a pretty even situation here. See, the guns get recovered, but it's with no armor. And
whoa,
yeah, we're set up in the post plan. I don't know. It's not that bad here for EG.
No, they definitely could still win this. They got away from that initial crunch on mid. Smoke grenade from Ziwu. Gonna go deep down banana. Or rather, just on the front of it. Cirque's gonna get pushed forward. Stanislaw activates. He sees 3 players. Gets cut down. Ziwu 1 HP now. AK trades hands. And it's a spray from Cirque. He's got 2 kills. Tarek has 3. EG, hang on.
They posted up. Very strong positions. Nade would have made a big difference. They had anything for quad. This is tying everything together. Look at the powerful lines that Tarek has fighting in CT versus construction as well. You know, unarmored riflers had to make huge advancements, and he's got basically an impenetrable missile stack in front of him to peek on the left and right side of. So it's kind of a nightmare for Vitality to get him out of that spot. He could miss and they could get that kill, you know, headshot or whatever right away. But the odds are in his favor to at least win 1 or 2 duels. So nicely done. They recover after spotting 3 in construction without getting the frag. And oh, Navarra, he's chasing one up. Arch, oh, excuse me, it's Cirque to do that, but he whiffs the shot. And Navarra's tricky strafe is the thing that sends his crosshair astray. Oh, he could get chased down for this, actually, yeah.
Yo, Ziwu playing dangerous games.
He's alone, too, there. Always very tricky when you're jump spotting and someone walks up hugs the right wall up to the half wall. Stanislaw loves to do that. This time it was Ethan. They smoke at the top here, but we've got boiler control. We've got eyes on mid. Breeze is waiting for the flash retake. Plus, they're pretty well positioned here at the top of Banana. This is a pretty solid position so far, but finally the smoke comes down late, which is good for Vitality. They do get some information, and we haven't had a decision being made here yet for EG. Now they'll start to make their plans. They've got their itinerary. Ethan to be one of the jet engines here. Really drive this execute forward, looking to maybe bait out some grenades. And this kind of tells them that there isn't much here to show.
So he decides to commit. Whoa, delayed reaction. Doesn't spot Ziwu, doesn't shoot at him, and that's going to line him up for further damage. Now, Shocks, this is a big position. He gets 1 kill from it. That's it. Just finishing the job of Ziwu, as opposed to taking more players with him. But Navarra very quickly slipping to the depths of Coffin Corner. He's got, of course, a teammate coming up Banana. That could deal with Cirque, but Cirque's currently locked in on this. So there we go. EG have a bit of an edge. Navarra slipping into the bomb site at the very least. Had Masuda to try and set him up. I feel like Navarra still goes unchecked, but he can't leave. And as he tries to walk back, it's Breeze to give EG number 4.
Tell me they're not playing well.
They are playing well.
They are playing well.
I'm not going to lie to you.
They look good, right? And just like yesterday, they look good. It was about closing. This was obviously very strange, but Ethan just got very tunnel visioned. We've probably done that once or twice. You saw him! You saw him! Did I?
Where?
Right in front of you.
Oh. Trade me.
Maybe he was streaming. 2 monitors.
We're getting specific. My ego.
Just kidding. Happens to all of us. But yeah, he was like literally right in front of him, but his eyes are looking oranges. His eyes are looking...
His eyes are oranges?
His eyes are lemons, and there's some oranges in front of him. He's getting distracted. Maybe a fountain, all these preconceived notions about where someone might be standing.
Oh, that's a thick grenade.
Oh, yeah. 2 C's, metallic, spaced, uppercase, and bolt.
Shock's just crawling back from the CT cross. Then we get damage versus Ziwu as well, so the artillery barrage has definitely softened up the B defense, but they've got this little 3-man stack on short. Let's see if things get interesting. RPK is usually good for one off of the Deagle, but it's that 3rd man that gets something done. And it's only one thing.
Oh, look how beautiful the execute timing is. Even with the kills coming in,
Perfect.
like I really, you know, remember I was talking about OG, they need to dry run a little bit more. This is what I'm talking about. Like, you can clearly see that this team, like, dry runs a lot to the point that even when there's a bit of chaos or things get frantic with kills and comms, they still are able to follow through to a certain point in the round and make it look very, very clean.
Shox blasts away another. But this is Evil Geniuses with a 5-0 start. We saw them off to a very strong T-side start versus G2 yesterday in their attempt to win that best of 3. Vitality, they're on a back foot here at the start of the third map.
This is the true test of Shox. I think with G2, we saw some adaptations come in. You know, Nexa called some good stuff. He was also a part of it with some leadership. So this will be a test of Shox and his leadership capabilities and how they can adapt to what they're seeing. I don't think anything's changed too much. Like, I think G2 had the harder game because there was less info about how much would change, whereas I don't think so much has changed between when EG played against G2 and now versus Vitality. So here, I'm sure they've got to be somewhat prepared for seeing Inferno, and Shox should be aware of what EG like to do. And now we'll see if they can kind of try to disrupt some of the attack a little bit more. There are some timings here. They found one on an eco, but they haven't closed out a round just yet.
Full buy, of course, from Vitalité. Nevera on the op. Currently sitting at 1-5.
Yeah, this will be his best side too. So this is where he's got a lot of freedom of rotation. He's got a lot of space. He's really, you know, he's going to be a part of a lot of the rounds whenever they win or lose. And that's because, you know, it depends. He's in part of every important A setup on A. And here they're going for the push down halls. They're setting up very aggressively. I'm not exactly sure what the protocols here with Nevera are. They're actually, okay, they're just starting to fall out. That was a little bit strange, but they hear some stuff at mid, so maybe they are worried about the R trap. And it looks like EG, oh, we've seen them do this before. They sit and wait here for the rotator and CT spawn. They got so much control. This is like their chess T-side attack. I really love how they've added this in recently.
Ooh, they activate a little bit sooner than last time we saw this. And Ethan, oh, he's going to walk right into Shox, who seems to be on high alert for a second player. Almost getting Breeze. It's substantial damage, but it's Ziwu who has to fall away from Banana.
To push down mid, but they're coming back to look at it. However, they initially do, and then they turn around again.
Oh, catching the Opper. Cert goes down. Now Tarek, he could flank the mid flank as Bomb kind of stutter steps. This is Tarek's chance. He peels RPK off of the gunfight, but Stanislaw drops Bomb, and Ziwu comes out, catching one by surprise.
That would have been the one. Needed the off shot there from Stanislaw, and then they could have talked about it. Tarek coming in fast on that mid flank, but things fall apart as all of these pushes come down. Both teams scramble for information.
Arch through CT spawn, counter terrorists down mid, apartment flank out boiler. So many pieces there, all unraveling in like just seconds after one another.
I like it.
That round could have been something very different, but I like what it was. You know, action-packed and active. Active counter-strike. That's what we like to see from both these teams.
Both sides, yep, definitely.
Now through the molly and the smoke, Stanislaw could challenge. Seems like he's waiting for the flash to try and pop these two CTs.
He does this a lot. I don't know how expected they'll be of
Fight
him
inside
here.
of apartments. Vitality going to come up with the two-man advantage, but look at Stanislaw. He's in between them.
And we've got someone really far ahead. He's also maybe heard a footstep. Yeah, cross on a site. This is going to allow him to come in, but he's got his back turned. Shox is here camping second oranges, and he is taken out.
Stan. It wasn't him who had to shoot the CT in the back, but he absolutely made the most of that space creation. Nevera shutting down Ethan.
Not a headshot. Wow.
Don't forget, Masuda only has 3 HP to work with, so he better just dump that utility belt. Get all of those grenades rolling for the retake. He's going to smoke off Banana. We got a molly here on quad. Cirque's going to try to block off Coffins. Nice. Takes the fight to CT. Nice first shot from Cirque. He dives back into the cover, and they are on top of this bomb. But nobody's sticking it just yet. RPK down to the 2-second mark. Cirque's going to go through, but he opts not to. And it's RPK with the defuse stick. Vitality, second round.
He had it if he came through the smoke. He should have thought that there was a chance that they would stick. Even if he comes through and they get the kill, they might not have been able to defuse at the end. Oh, Cirque fumbles the bag. That was such a nice attempt on the clutch. with those couple of shots. I feel bad for Ethan. This looked like absolutely looked like a headshot. The only thing that could have happened there is improper counter strafing and him shooting too early or before he, you know, strafes out. Don't let your shots go to waste. You know, even top pros are sitting around at 80%, which means a lot of their shots are just being missed for no reason. They're not shooting when they stop.
Stan's getting softened up, but that reload, I thought maybe Stan would pounce on that. There was cover being given here from Nevera. Early on, Vitality, 3 players towards B. I like the pace that Vitality are starting to set alongside this. You know, Stan, he gets beyond the smoke inside of Banana, but that's because Vitality, again, playing active. They pushed a smoke. They got punished, but they pushed. They played, actively engaging. And right now, they've pushed back evil geniuses from the top of Banana. They're at a man disadvantage and starting to move towards A.
This will be a new test. We'll see if EG can do something in the 4-on-5. And a very quiet one, not one fast with a lot of map control back. They do have Vitality guessing a little bit, especially with the smoke down on lane. It's a tricky one. Masuda can't see all the way around it, but just up into the pallet boost. You've got the lurk smoke out halls. Execute is definitely coming, but how fast? Vitality is starting to get in position here with Shocks.
Shocks gonna peek into Arch. Ethan a little bit slow on the cover. Now RPK towards Pitts, challenged. He lets a player slip through, but Breeze gets canceled out. Nevera's op, I feel like, definitely finding impact. Guy had 1 kill, and now he's up to 7. Tarek dives through smoke and gets stuffed. Vitality, 3rd round win.
Yeah, he's a laser beam. He is. As soon as they pick that up, there's been no looking back. The 3 in a row hurt the economy here for EG. This is just a read, you know, we're looking at a dry peak, of course. You take a small risk to get information there. You can walk into the site, but I think Vitality have been the victim of that a couple of times, so they're not going to let it happen again, and they lose an important piece for that risk. That just comes from the game plan. Okay, great nade to punish the fallback. However, only pistols to support the 2 deagles on the round, Tarek and Breeze. Apart from that, 2 flashbangs, Stanislaw, and Ethan upgraded into a P250. But yeah, what can they possibly do? Running into the op is not a bad idea. Lowest kill reward. Also, rushing them down with a flash could be fruitful, and opening up CT with an op if they get it. That's scary.
Nevera's feeling the pressure with this one. Just gets around, misses the no-scope.
Now there's an op in CT that is not the CTs.
Uh-oh. And these 2 CTs inside of the A site, they're about to feel the pinch. They're about to feel the pressure. Masuda worried about apartments. There's nobody up there. Instead, we've got 3 guys on short and 2 here on Arch, op included. Masuda, he can't peek anything towards Arch side. If he does, this op's gonna bag him. And this allows Breeze to push into the bomb site. But a missed shot from Ethan, that's gonna give Masuda a second chance. He stops the bomb carrier and gets another kill. Oh, the tap into Ethan to close it. Vitality. That came close.
Nice. I will say, I think they were aware of the op, and Ethan, he got his chance.
He had his chance.
He had his chance. He just didn't punish. And he's not the opper, so you can't hate on him too much, but that was a chance to kill what would later be, of course, a thorn in their side. Very nice showcase of frags here from Masuda. And Nevera, you know, you're going to be particularly happy about that if you're Nevera, because you would have felt a lot of responsibility for that round if you lost it. Yep. Being the first one to die in the archway. But a good plan of attack from EG. Fall short at the end, but aggression wasn't a good plan. And Masuda starts out this round with tempo. Kill into alt with the 5v4 and extra info on alt as well.
This is the same solution that G2 had to employ last night once Vitality came out hot, right? Starting to get up in the faces of EG. Right into the apartments, right down Banana. Now they're gonna go ahead and convert this aggression into the B bomb site. Ziwu, he gets pressured. He hits his dink and he does damage. Oh, Nevera's frag grenade finishing off Ethan.
Yeah, let's keep that advantage up.
A little bit of an edge. Bomb planted, and Shocks, with the grace of God, finds that headshot through smoke. 4v2 is where they're left. Cirque, he's looking to topple them down back by that spawn. And Breeze, he's going to get exposed to Coffin soon enough. Now it's him that challenges the spawn. He gets his headshot. Cirque with one. Navarra the no-scope, and he's going to follow up with an additional kill. He's got 11 frags now, 3 in this round, and we are tied at 5 apiece.
Man, it just feels like a thunderstorm with Navarra every single round. His op shots ringing off, and every time he's shooting, he's hitting something. The shotgun off Coffin. Cirque is out, and then the second on Breeze, just as nasty as the first. Nuts. And that's Vitality instantly on fire, and, you know, always feels better to get the later rounds here. So, we've got a total of 5 left in this half. No telling which way they'll go. Definitely feels like rounds are still close, but Vitality adapting.
Frag grenades down deep. Bodies confirmed close. Ziwu, oh, he looked like he was going to leave, but he comes back, and he takes what he wants.
I can't believe he stayed there, plus trusted that flash.
Chance at a recovery here. Evil Geniuses barreling up Banana, but Ziwu, he's fighting tooth and nail. Finally, Breeze is going to get a multi-kill, and that could crack open the B site, but Navarra slapping him with that op puts Cirque to the 1v3.
Time to go to work, my friend. You had a couple of close calls. You've looked smart in the clutch, but you fumbled at the end. Here's your redemption story. Lots of space. You have the bomb on your back. RPK's coming in for a timing, and he could get caught off, but he also could become fortunate. Let's see if he hangs out too long. RPK turning the corner. I think he'll be spotted, and
yeah, he's seen.
Looks like Cirque's days are numbered. He'll get taken out. The patience from RPK, but the composure to keep moving results in another round one here from Vitality, mostly at the hands of Ziwu.
He slips into Banana. Can't believe he gets a 3rd kill, too. Breeze, of course, that's his 2K, had a chance, but Navarra, who was on that rotate, comes out, challenges CT Cross, gets his 1-op shot.
I feel like Breeze is the only thing that's able to counter Ziwu at this level. But yeah, of course, with Navarra playing just as well, it's also pretty scary.
You know what's wild is Ziwu gets 3 kills last round. That's 3 of his 7. It's 11 and 7 for Masuda, 12 and 8 for Navarra now. I want to say Navarra was like 1 and 5 or 1 and 6. And now we find him at 12 and 8. So really coming into his form here as this CT side went on. And you said it, right? Like this was the half where he was going to have impact with that AWP. Well, we are seeing that impact, and we are seeing the results of it. Evil Geniuses from a 5-0 start to a 5-6 deficit.
Yeah, Navarra like had a very slow start to the year. Wasn't really shining that hard.
And they're not going to stop. They're not going to respect them. Shots, he slips down middle. Immediate headshot into Cirque, but Ethan's got an answer in the Deagle.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, you'd rather, you know, you'd be happy to be EG, take that 1 for 1, stop the aggression completely, recover a gun. And they've got some nades to work with as well, so Navarra feels the onus to make some play for information. I think he'll be spotted as they quietly avoid him, and he goes far enough. He'll now drop the smoke and fall back. An interesting spot, because honestly, EG, you know, a window flash and a B pop to run it down could be a tempting strategy to implore. But instead, what we have here for Vitality is they replace Navarra to go pick up Arch, and they have a rifler inside of B, which might be a bit more sustainable than an op, a little bit less scary versus saving players. And a well-timed grenade. Just enough to get them all within headshot range, and I think he sees a hand or two.
Yeah.
Now we'll take an off angle and the full-on duel, but he does not win one.
A little bit of spam damage from Masuda. Again, just constant chipping and chipping away from EG, pushing through Masuda. He gets punished. Breeze going to find himself upgraded to the A1S. Op from Navarra misses the mark, and now we have EG in an advantage. A massive one at that.
I mean, honestly.
But it's RPK. Full HP, flash to work with. No kit currently on him. Could be one inside the site, but even a kit won't solve this problem. It's a trident of angles here from EG.
His sense isn't high enough for this, man.
Yeah, he's just slowly rolling through the church.
It's the op from Navarra waiting for him. I think that's what he's going to go grab.
Yeah.
They kind of throw this one away.
A bit.
Yeah, I mean, the flash retake, like, they shouldn't, I feel like they were a bit insecure about their chances of the retake, when in reality, I feel like they were in a pretty comfortable spot. But okay, run into the anchor if you'd like to. RPK will take 2 of 3, and Tarek doesn't live. So that's a huge amount of damage, actually. We'll see what this does to the economy. It's 1.5 buy. I don't know how much was forced up. We had a couple of rifles, but one recovered from Ethan on that Shocks play. Oh my god. How does Breeze refrag like this? He is a monster. He is a monster. The amount of rounds that would be lost if Breeze didn't get some ridiculous refrag.
Breeze is the closest thing to, like, a legitimate spin bot.
Yeah, he's like our Magisk, basically, like, almost, or in NA. It's nuts from him.
Everything's engulfed in fire. Molly's exchanged down Banana. We had one thrown through apps, and then the CTs chucked one into their side of balcony as well. But that didn't stop Tarek from actually posting up on a very forward angle. He's already peeking, looking for somebody from Arch to come towards the middle of the A site. In reality, those guys don't have to move, but nobody's keeping him in here. Now Navarra's in an awkward spot. There's already a player down in pit. Tarek just cracking open this bomb site, but now he's going to be left in that position on his own. And they're trying to deal with him, but at the same time looking to deal with an additional push, which is inbound. Masuda found. Tarek, having picked up 2 kills, has done a great job here. RPK Cyclops towards pit, dies out to Cirque, and we've got EG with feet on the A site.
How'd they know? I don't know how they knew, but that was the exact right play. The fast hit out hauls. I think they do a bit of a distraction somewhere else, maybe mid, maybe top Banana with nades, but we've got Vitality thinking, oh, we're cool. We can just chill at bracket for another 10, 15 seconds. Navarra rotates in thinking, okay, they haven't come out yet. Tarek's just feet on the ground. He's been reading a book in pit.
Yeah, to me, there was that deep CT Molotov that goes down from balcony into the top of the stairs of apartments, and I'm pretty sure Tarek slipped just in front of it.
Oh, right, okay.
So he knew he had that like 5-second internal timing.
Right, okay.
And then we saw the way that he drops down into the pit, catching them off guard. So this is a little sloppy. 2 deaths stacked up. Of course, there are still a few rounds to play here at the end of the half, and there's not an abundance of money on EG, so that actually has some ramifications. But you know, that 3 seconds more that Navarra could have used to get behind tall box, that could have made a difference.
Yeah.
Tarek, very important round from him here, giving EG back the lead.
Listen, that's why it's such an important part of the map on CT side. If you're a T in there, you're every bit as good as a CT would be, holding the site down. It's a very versatile position. It's a nightmare to kind of try to retake if you're coming in as a CT, have to kill someone in pit. So if you can get out of the halls, which is the hardest part, you're in the money. Now we've got another attempt at the top of Banana. I mean, I'm loving it from both sides here. Both teams incorporating ideas, moving fluidly, transitioning from one idea to the next, and being kind of comfortable with hitting both sites in a multitude of ways, from a perspective of conditioning and just adaptation. There's a lot of great things here going on both sides. It's a very, very close game. The scoreline represents that. EG a small lead, but doesn't mean a lot in the grand scheme of things. This will be a game that one clutch could be the only round we remember if it's a big enough mistake. So, lane stack with the pistols. Ziwu only rifle, sitting behind the arch smoke, and B is a touch weaker in this position, so we'll see if they figure that out or not.
Bree's going to hear this movement, this little bit of an aggression, but they line up for him, and it's Ziwu to then just hit it perfectly from the other side.
We saw 3 at least, so...
Yeah. Going to be an easy attempt into the B site, you'd think. Just Shocks with that USP. RPK dies down middle, and now all the attention is turned back.
Those are some great shoulder peeks, though. What can you say?
Ziwu would have to go nuts. And you know what? He can. He is gunning for the ace at the moment, and he still has Masuda to try and set him up. With these flashbangs, the pistol could push, which it does to no avail. And now Ziwu has no way to get that player off of quad box. So maybe he comes at this from a different angle, but with the CT smoke, I think he's going to have to concede. An 8th round given over to EG, but let's contextualize this successful half. We saw Evil Geniuses with a 9-6 T-side versus G2, and that 9-6 half led to a 12-16 loss. The second half, as you said, can just change everything at this point. Final round of the first 15 is upon us.
Definitely. But yeah, EG played well in both halves. The G2 just had a bit more individual skill that came through in the second half. They won the important rounds. And I mean, they were the better team. But I think there was a lot of good things to still be said. So we'll see what it means in this game, if that's still possible. But as a measure of the CT side, usually Vitality find tons of success here. And it's been kind of up and down so far. Looks like Z will die. Not seeing a thing in round number 15. Navera will answer back with a trade. I get some info on the op for Navera, so this might make bracket control kind of appealing. They also shun him back from trying to retake. Smoltov worth its weight in fire. Now they'll start to come back to top mid, and look who's home. It's nobody.
They're all gone from Banana, but you know what? Vitality's so quick on the heels of this that they're going to justify this rotate from RPK.
Yeah.
At the same time, there is timing here for Cirque. If he slips into Arch right now, he'd have it. But RPK is going to get this challenge on him. And sure enough, he wins it. So now it's all in from the apartments in short. Masuda here by the hay bales. RPK comes out from library and gives the cover they need. It is all on Tarek. He's got 50 seconds and 2 quick kills. Both these CTs coming in from short. Tarek extends into them. And Vitality keep this as close as possible. The Blast Spring Showdown needs another participant, and 1/2 separates the next team for it. Found the difference after the first 15, and it's EG to the CT side now. A hot-handed Navera on the AWP, Mohan, definitely made that defense stellar.
Absolutely. I mean, as soon as it was 1-5, they were losing 1-5, I think, and Navera picked up the op, and he looked just as comfortable as he did on Vertigo. This has made the game extremely close. It's a good enough rounds for both of these teams to win, and EG can definitely have extraordinary CT sides. There'll be a super solid test here, though, from Vitality, their attacking side, and a test of Shocks and the calling a little bit, and to see where they want to take these rounds and how much it'll catch EG off guard. So far, EG playing at standard, sitting and waiting. They've got 2 sets of nades to work with. But no kit. No kit?
No kit.
Interesting.
Ethan's going to start dumping his utility. Tarek dies instantly. Ethan then taps to the side of Navera. Can't get himself a second, though. Now with Ziwu wrapping around through construction, it's all confirmed. Bomb plant is theirs.
They gotta be fast.
What if he pushes through construction and loses bomb?
Yeah.
What a madman.
It did seem like he, that was like a me moment. I forget I have the bomb all the time. I don't know where I end up, but...
Job done.
Job done.
But not quite, because there's a post plant here to hang on to. They've got a banana flank. Breeze coming in from behind. Cirque trying to tap away, but Ziwu reveals himself. Shocks with the double headshot. Vitality takes second pistol.
There's a lot of ways to lose that round for EG. Not a huge fan of the setup. A lot comes down to just the hold. They got a utility kit on one of these players. Tarek was swinging out and, could have shot them coming through the smoke. And very, very close call from that perspective. But the timing was a bit better for Vitality. And, you've just got to be... It's a Hail Mary rotation. So, not exactly promising from that perspective. But reinvestment for EG. They've got a lot of deagles here with the armor. One spotted in the back of vault. Confirmed no other players so far. The lobster pinch here on mid from the CTs, but they start to peel back from it. Now let's see if they do anything interesting. I think this is a spot where you want to try to get damage, but you want to save your armor deagle for the next round as well. If you can't get 3 kills.
Double smoke on Coffin. Triple smoke on Coffin. What the heck? Ziwu's going to get a Mac 10 kill versus Ethan, so it's just a matter of getting the better of these CTs. And then the Galil's going to clean up for 1. Stanislaw gets a kill, so there's something here for EG. And check out the health of Vitality as well before this round comes to an inevitable close. There was a chance there.
Oh.
I'm not crazy, right? I saw 3 T smokes on Coffin.
I think one of them was CT smoke. That was like a little bit out.
Okay.
Might have been. I'm not sure exactly, but can never be too careful. I don't know. Yeah. It's not 1.6. Okay, 1, 2. I think that poofy one by the fountain, surely that wasn't
That's a
theirs,
CT
right?
one.
Yeah, so he's just trying to use that.
Maybe I can't count.
But I mean, 2 is already too many, so it's all right. At least they have
fun.
multiple lineups.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Wow. And
That's true.
that nade sends Navera into the air. Popped up like a cartoon character.
Schmack 10, good for the double.
I don't like
money.
I don't like the way that EG have started this half out.
No?
No.
Tell me why.
Not enough kills, no ingenuity on the anti-eco. Played it standard. Not a very cool pistol. I expected a little bit more, I won't lie. And the damage, like the hot start, the lack of deaths,
yeah,
it'll add up.
It's looking kind of scary, huh?
It'll make this next round very scary, and the potential to snowball very, very scary. You've got to do economic damage. It's a prerequisite to the comeback. Look at the fragility here from evil geniuses. They're like a snow globe on top of an icicle trying to balance at this point. Ooh. That thing is going to smash.
Quite the imagination on you.
It's cold outside. It's all I can think about.
Zerk starts hot. And it's not just some chump he takes down. That's Ziwu. Of course, there is still so much money for Vitality that this is very much a little bonus round.
They made their life a little bit harder, but yeah, 5v4.
Yeah.
So if they get a clean round, then they can, you know... If they get a clean round, yeah. Just a good start so far.
Of course, Apartments is offered over by EG. They say, welcome. Come on in. Take your shoes off. Vitality, they don't accept the invitation. Instead, they look to go party on the B site.
EG are playing super tight, man. Super tight. They're waiting to hold with their B players again. This is not what you normally see. They are low on nades this round, but again... You know, maybe their own fault. So it's going to take a pretty strong effort from the guys here, even though they got the opening kill.
And they both got M4s, and Ethan opens up.
Oh,
gets back in with a little bit more damage. They're trying to challenge through that smoke grenade. That's not boding well for Vitality. 2 versus 5 with the Galils. 30 seconds to spare, and it is Shocks to get one. And then they evacuate. They're going to lay down another smoke grenade. If they can catch this mid player, Breeze, he's playing with abandon. He's going to go ahead and dive back around ult, but they could chase him down and still end up on the A site. Had they just got their kill, then they sprint to A, and there's a real chance. But now he can kind of slip back into the defense, and this should be EG clamping down on him. Cirque's going to round the corner a little bit too late, but a back offered in Shocks. Navera gets stopped. It's Breeze to recover what could have been a bit of a mistake.
Definitely. Played absolutely to perfection. I mean, they had to run, so it's not like he was in danger since he could hear them the way that he could, you know, the way that he could hear them. So he knew what he could get away with, but really sick hold from Ethan. Again, it's dangerous. You know, 2 players alone there, even with the opening kill, can be very scary. It's a hard position to hold your ground on, coffins, but like Ethan is one of the best B players in the game, so not surprised he could be able to pull that off. And now they put a dent in the economy, but I mean, because they didn't have a, you know, Vitality had such a clean start, look how healthy this buy is.
Right back at it. Ziwu had more than enough money to get an AK. This guy wants to play with the Schmack 10. And Breeze, he's going to eat a couple flashbangs. Relegated to the corner of the bomb site. He sees the challenge, but oh, headshots from Navera and Masuda. This A site is smashed open. Those 2 defenders splattered on the bomb site, and EG, they already have to call the save. This is it. 11th round for Vitality.
That was a super slick execute. Very clean.
Super hot.
Super hot. Out of halls. Yeah, it was just, it was frictionless. The minimal amount of resources needed, the 1 God Flash, and a bunch of guys on the same page, basically. That's all they needed. They got out of that door quick, like that. Like the apartments were on fire. They ran out of there. That's a nice way to take a lead. Kind of a scary round. And EG, they pulled off a similar strategy versus Vitality. Dare I say Vitality was even better, but punishing the fact that there was a lane setup early on in the round. And here it is. They just move out quick, and that is just sharp shooting here from Masuda and Navera. Very scary entry combo. Yeah, we have a very real game. Very real game here. We'll see if it gets away from EG again today. Expecting better things from their CT side, but this T side looking pretty ferocious here from Vitality.
A bit of a challenge here down Banana. Ethan, he's got the utility to move forward with. The terrorists stuck inside their smokes.
Man.
Ziwoo's 40 HP, he gets spotted between. Oh, that spray could have been something special. Lots of eyes on the other side of smoke. RPK, if he walks through this, he is a dead man. Unless he goes alongside the flash. Tarek slipping behind them. He cuts down RPK. Now, he's stuck in a corner himself, but with the 5v3, so be it.
I love the way that Ethan moves on Banana. He moves with so much tact. Like, he runs down, but he stops. He starts walking. They can't pre-fire him. There's guys everywhere. He can't see what we see, you know, but he has such a good idea of where people are and knows when to be patient and not to overdo it. And then he just gets out of there and sends the garbage man in, Tarek, to come back after, like, it's just become a wasteland of charred earth and dead bodies.
This is cool. Nice little play here from Nevera.
Yeah, a little treehouse boost.
Yeah, jumps alongside it. Monkey bars into the A-bomb site, but they get wrecked. He finds 1 kill. It's just a numbers game from EG. They were stacked up and ready to go. Shocks can find nothing in the meantime. 25 seconds for him to die. He'll be lucky if he takes one with him. He's been spotted and dealt with. Breeze going to get that final kill, which pushes Evil Geniuses to the 10-round count. Still a 1-round lead for Vitality with money in their pockets. Again, we're right in that perfect part of the game here. Back and forth, nearly tied. 9 rounds to go.
Yeah. Well, nice transition here as we see how they change from Ethan to Tarek. And they've got these 2 different flavors, right? You've got, you know, again, like Ethan, he shows up in the tuxedo, very clinical. The silenced weapons, he's ready to do, you know, he's ready to assassinate and get out of there. And then Tarek, just the sanitation engineer coming through to take out the trash. He's not really scared about taking fights at that point, but he's much more comfortable in that chaotic environment when people know where he is and he's trying to trade him. That's where he's happy to be. The yin-yang of Banana.
Molly to top Banana. Look at this. Ziwoo, hyper aggressive. Like, oh, you want to play around with smokes and damage down Banana? Well,
there's some similarities here. We saw Cirque do a very similar thing. Not today, but yesterday. The same opening play where he found some success. It's risky, but, like, look at this. I mean, he takes even no damage doing that. And Evil Geniuses are left with no compensation. They have no positional advantages here. They're kind of stuck floating around bin, but now they're scared to fight with it.
That's heard.
Oh, and alls.
They're going to chase
out.
him. They heard that reload stand, trying to hold the line. He's got a player isolated in the pit, but Nevera gets the better of him. And look at this save from EG, already called off. It all hinged on Stanislaw.
They're calling well. I mean, this is very deliberate. Yeah, and they're just moving nicely. I mean, when they've picked Hall so far, it's been like the exact right call. Either early on in the round when they think mid-control or Banana might be heavier towards Banana, or in this position where EG are down a member and they don't think Vitality are going to make a move quite yet.
I feel like Vitality, you know, they could have even sat there a little bit, but with Stanislaw falling back from short, they knew his pathing. He had a chance behind tall box, but can't win them all.
Oh, that opening kill from Ziu and the smooth
Crucial
transposition into the Hall's hit. I really like this. I really like this Vitality. It's looking nice.
Pretty simple as well, you know,
Super simple.
Clearly out of the gate, going
you know
for that
what?
Banana play.
That is Shocks. You know, Shocks is low maintenance when it comes to calls. Does not like to overcomplicate things. And I think that when it's bad with Shocks in terms of calling is when it's too oversimplified too often. And when it's too scrappy, and I think that's why it didn't work. I honestly kind of see like similarities between Shocks and like Stewie as callers. Maybe keeping it a bit too simple sometimes. Maybe really strong in the mid round. Like I know with Stewie, like a good thing is like he always had a great idea of like where to go and how to be confident about calling it. But when it came to maybe the full game plan, he didn't have quite as much scope as like, you know, Nitro, or in this case maybe Apex. But they've got Xtaz, who's probably had a huge hand in the system as well, and I think can maybe give more perspective here. But that was an example of a very smooth transposition into the mid round.
EG getting the better of the utility usage here. RPK down to half. Ziwoo's now going to be posted. Tarek, he's going to come back in off of this flashbang. Yeah, Ziwoo knows he can get a fight here, sure enough, but Tarek, he takes the headshot. Navera's got the trade off of the AWP, but Ethan catching him off guard, up close on the smoke. I love the fact that Ethan runs the risk there, as opposed to just sitting in sight, being a little more comfortable.
That smoke was like an optical illusion, huh? It was like off on the corner, but lots of space for Ethan to see around it. I wonder if they could tell on the Vitality side.
Mind games. Magic tricks. Ethan.
Flanders Fields here at the top of Banana, but Vitality, they're here to relive old memories. They're coming into B again. We've got the fast rotation in spawn from one of the CTs, but this is the correct site to hit.
Pressure on Ethan here, big time. He's going to be smoked out of his position, so can't quite find any damage. Stanislaw hopeful he can. Not quite finding the money. Flash goes through, though. This is Ethan's chance to challenge. He's going to come out wide. He stops the bomb plant.
10 seconds.
Yep, 5 seconds to spare here.
They can dive him every single time.
Easy pickup. He almost gets a chance to cut down Stan, but that flashbang from Stanislaw and that aggression from Ethan, it denies Vitality what could have been one of those hectic post plants. That's a big kill from Tarek to get the better of Ziwoo, and then this one from Ethan.
Yeah.
I'm a magician. He gets the kill and falls back to site.
Yeah, an equivalent level refrag. Very good kills here from Evil Geniuses. Staying on the same pace, and so important just to be able to stay at the right tempo of the other team, right? If Vitality want to move, you know, and make decisions this quickly, if EG are going to get caught out every moment that they aren't, and it feels like they're here to keep up, which is great. They aren't always winning the duels, but I think that's where the CS gets very interesting when it comes down to the very minute trades. Lots of damage here. Pressure down B. Tarek hurt on the HEs, and they don't lose one B player early this time around.
Yep. That's been a stark difference from EG's success or failure is, you know, that one round Ziwoo gets his opening op kill.
But Vitality are still compensated, which is a bit scary for them. Oh, they try to walk in.
Spotted.
He's going to see that, and he might know that the boost is coming. I don't know. They'll push.
Flash close. Tarek still in position. He's going to get himself the kill versus Shocks and then dive downward. Oh! Tarek with a triple! RPK is going to be able to answer, and it's still the 2v4, but here comes Tarek. He's on for the ace. Ziwoo's got him cut down at the final hurdle, and what can he pull out of the hat? He's got 21 kills and the bomb on his back. Spams a bit of damage into Cirque, and he's got 40 seconds to spare. He could leave Banana. He could really make these guys sweat.
I mean, he's walking over there, and still, they keep the pressure up, which is great. Just the right amount of respect. And Tarek, seen him misplay from up top on that boost yesterday, actually calling back to this again. Sticking around for a bit too long here, just getting out right away, dropping some damage in on the cross after not seeing anybody directly in front of the smoke, and then continuing on for 4, and that's all they need. That is all they need. Tie game as we get closer to the finish line.
And all of that money that we saw from the strong start of Vitality, it has been spent. They've got 2 Deagles, 2 P250s, and a flashbang in the 25th round. Evil Geniuses, they couldn't afford to walk away from those Banana fights. They knew they had to try and go toe-to-toe, and they had little variations on it in these previous rounds that worked out.
They hurt him.
And they stop him.
Stepping in the volley.
Spam damage.
He's gonna take damage for that. Hey, he's letting him know. I heard you there. Step into my Molotov. This gives Ethan a lot of room to work with. Time to fall back. No danger as they rock back and forth. But yeah, Vitality needs some kind of reset to be able to hoodwink Evil Geniuses here. And they are flowing right now. moving fluidly.
Yeah, this man in particular lines him up, knocks him down. 3 kills for Tarek as Breeze comes in. A flawless one from EG. It's now them in the lead.
Yes, yes, and another very, very clean round, as you pointed out. No refrags here. The Augs have powered up EG in a big way, and they have embraced it totally. I mean, they've not been shy to have 2 or even 3 in many, many of these rounds. 3 to go to close this game out, but I mean, what's scarier is if Vitality lose this. No op for...
Here it comes.
Oh my god, they're actually pushing down in the pre-fire kid. He can't get the second, but they spot 2 coming up alt. This lets the B guys know that they're comfortable for a few more moments. Lets Ethan really rock up into position, and he's waiting for this default to come through. He punishes one like a Goomba. Shots into the head of RPK, can drop the smoke down, maintain B control, and they're up 4-3.
Ethan's hanging on by a quarter HP. We've got Vitality kind of floating down on middle. Thing is, Vitality, like, they've got their attention turned because they're not quite sure where they're getting hit from.
Oh, man.
Jab after jab here from EG. Frag grenade could have been way worse. He gets caught. Ziwoo's able to get the better of Ethan.
It's a race, really. The timing comes in. They're going to try to throw the smokes, and maybe we just get some damage through, but this could be around that Vitality. Pull it back. It shouldn't have been close.
But this man, Tarek, I mean, he has been hot in these last couple of rounds. He's going to get a chance to maybe challenge around Coffins.
Oh.
Great utility damage.
Oh, no plant.
Yeah, flushes him off with the bomb plant. Cirque's going to get optimistic. Tries to pound some rounds through smoke. All the while, Masuda, he's wrapping around in CT spawn. Ziwoo, he just looked away. He got blinded, and the bomb planter's down. Ziwoo falls back into the corner. Masuda, he needs to come into this. He needs to be a part of the equation. And sure enough, he's got Cirque. Deep Molotov, throws it all the way. Headshot onto Tarek. 1 second left. Stan's got the defuse, and EG lead by 2.
For 14, he grabs that in the fire. Masuda can't see through his own flames. Nearly clutches it out with that Molotov alone. And we've got shades of Olaf here in the back of Inferno. A nice attempt on the flank, but EG wasted no time. For once. Look at the amount of time left on the clock.
Oh, it's so
last
close.
tick. Last tick on the defuse. You have to stick that. You have no other option running through your mind. You're just hoping. Hands clasp, prayer emoji that they aren't going to kill you or that the Molotov isn't going to kill you. And this is the round that keeps them from tying up. The round that brings them to 14. The one that influences another buy-up with no op for Vitality. And I just like to say, they were in danger of losing that round in a tragic way if they didn't move as fast as they did.
Yep.
Which is a change from what we've seen from their retakes already. It's more deliberate, more confident. And Breeze, he goes to copy and paste the same play as last round.
Perfect.
And Cirque gets an opening kill with a flash assist from Tarek.
Another!
It's an orchestra of frags for the CT side, and they've got immense control on the round.
Dude, they don't even let off. Stanislaw comes in from apartments. They've already evacuated Breeze down Banana. He slices through them and exits, leaving nothing but an open wound. And now it's Vitality who's going to bleed out in this situation. Shocks. He has everything to do. This is not going to happen. It can't happen. EG won't let it happen. Not with the decisions they've been making and the form they've been showing. Breeze in back-to-back rounds goes running down middle.
And remember that pre-fire spray for the first attempt. Saw that player jump in a pit, which is already a scary spot when you're running down mid. But he knows what's coming, hits that kill. This time it's even easier. And again, a great flash from Tarek. Sets up that kill. As well as the push from Cirque. I mean, they covered every single part of the default. And even pushed up into halls to kill a guy in alt after that.
Shocks will be given a chance at a 1v2 on the B site. Cirque's posted on him. Not even. He's got a little bit of room to work with. Even Tarek concedes the peak. So Shocks unsuspectingly getting closer and closer But if Cirque sees this barrel, he's going to swing out and close this for a 15th round on EG's side. They've got 3 map and match points, and we could be looking at Vitality being sent down to the Blast Showdown, where we already have the likes of Astralis.
Now, this would be the biggest win so far for Evil Geniuses, and
Hands down.
It is maybe versus a shuffled up Vitality, but not a weak Vitality, if you ask me. I think they definitely have shown a lot still. So EG are on fire with that round, and they've got the op again, a 3rd round in a row where Vitality have no choice but to buy, and they can't buy an AWP, which is a huge benefit to Cirque. He can more freely peek and take control of the map, and that, I mean, overall, they've just been doing such a good job of working map control as a unit.
It was looking to me like Evil Geniuses back, 5-6 rounds. We're going to start playing that scared banana control. But look, they're already coming down T-ramp. And that's where RPK is going to find himself a kill. He has been one of the most quiet pieces here for Vitality. Cirque, he's going to get caught. Ziwu, he gets the better of the angle.
Yeah, they're back into this, but we've got Breeze inside of the halls, 2 down. Banana, he won't find the first kill, though. That's it. Surely Vitality are going to take A off this. They know Ethan at least is on B. But they're wounded. They're a bit worried. They're not going to throw this away. They're going to play it carefully enough. And out of nowhere, we see around that not only Vitality win, but they look like by far and away the better team. That has not been the story for the last 5.
That deep banana control, Mohan, this time around kind of costing them. Not only do we see Tarek and Ethan get all the way down past the logs, but they tried to push beyond that in a 5v5, dying out to RPK. Wasn't the nail in the coffin in terms of this round. That's definitely Ziwu killing Breeze and getting the better of the pit player. But still, Evil Geniuses, maybe rolling a little too quick down mid this time around. Still, they've got a margin of error to work with. This is a 13th round win for Vitality. 2 guns saved from the CTs, not even going to be contested. Vitality know that their weapons are even more valuable.
We're having an op now for Ziwu, which is a huge upgrade considering he's been forced, or him or Navera, I believe it's been him who wants to op here on T side, been forced to rifle when I think earlier Ron was picking it up to try to out-duel Cirque. Even if he doesn't duel him, though, changes the course of the round in terms of where Cirque is comfortable peeking and where he will and can get duels, and Navera is going to be picking it up. Primarying both sides here. Shocks hopping pit. Everyone establishing, and Vitality finally have earned a little bit of respect, right? Evil Geniuses kept it rolling. They did not play like babies this game, and in this second half have made sure to show their opponents that they don't respect them, and I think that's actually worked out very well.
Some of the best success has been at A site, and Breeze, he has to come in big. Breeze, he misses his shots. Vitality, they puncture through using apartments again. That's how they got this T side rolling.
That timing. Oh, 3 for 3 on the halls pops.
Shattered.
No chance to come in for this. EG, they're too far away. This is way too slow for the retake. Round's already over. And my God, we are going all the way.
But Ethan, he's going to get the better of RPK. He's still picked up in this corner, though. Shocks, he could definitely look to punish this. And sure enough, that's down to just Tarek. Just that one AWP being held onto. The money mostly bottomed out for the CTs, and they only have 1 round of loss bonus. This op could be so valuable.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
They would cherish it if Tarek can keep his hands on it.
Are we saying there's odds for OT at this point? They've successfully hunted him down. Enough time to close out for him on quad. They almost know with certainty that he's gotten here. The molly's coming, and he tries to get away to Emo. Unlikely that he stays alive. He does the dance of death and perishes. And that is maybe the hopes of getting the 30th round as well. I mean, this is crazy. Another Halls pop call, which can be scary. But they come alive for it, and the graveyard player dying, Breeze eating the chimney flash. What do we have to work with? An instant AUG purchase up for Stanislaw. It's an M4 bot, a couple of SMGs.
They need nades.
They have to have nades over anything else. This is definitely needs to be the focus and priority. Now it's going to be so interesting to see, you know, well, first of all, how much money Vitality gauge that evil geniuses have. I know they know it's not much, but they still are going to know it's a maximum force, and that they're probably going to be having a couple of guns. Are they anticipating an op? Is that possible? How are they going to approach this round knowing that it's basically an anti-force buy with fear of majority rifles?
Yeah. No longer do we get that hyper-aggressive breeze down mid. That kind of slap-in-the-face CS that got them here. But I like this. Pull out something different. We've got an AUG and an M4. I think both boosted. Both of these rifles are boosted up onto the monkey bars of A-Site. And unfortunately for EG, they're going to go towards B.
Coming quick here.
It is just pistols to try and lock this down with MP9 from Ethan here in the oranges, and he gets caught. His hands are busy with nades. The B site falls, 5-7 up, headshot. That's at least the bomb drop, but nothing more from it. It buys a little bit of time for the rotate to come over, but not enough time for the bomb to be stopped. It is a post-plant with heavy weapons advantage here for Vitality. We are looking overtime in the face.
No cons control. They smoke it out.
No kit, no utility. AUG already down. M4 hits the dirt, and Vitality, they survive long enough to push this beyond the regulation.
I'm down to go because I have no idea who's going to win in overtime, and I'm sure EG are not going to be happy about the fact that they gave up a lead. But it was a close half. Both teams had rounds where they played well. Definitely both deserving of being here. It's been some great calling and adaptations back and forth. Here, EG ran the risk, and we're really hoping for some default towards mid. It's a gamble where they put those rifles.
Yeah. And
Vitality they call the right site. They don't end up walking into it. And of course, you're not going to hold the site down with an MP9 and a pistol and low grenades. With a team that has that much space and that much time.
$12,500 here in overtime for the Blast 2021 season. Keep that in mind as this one gets started.
I think it's a boon for EG. They start out with a lot of money and they get to, you know, keep going on CT side, actually.
Yeah, no longer...
They've shown some pretty insane rounds, and it looks like they've even maybe got another tactic. No one showing face at mid?
No, sir.
Coming up from alt, though.
Smoke grenade pops behind the two CTs. That makes them a little too sketch. They fall back. They're going to leave the op posted on Arch and push Stanislaw closer towards short. Ethan, he picks up the headshot. He finishes off what he started with that fight v Ziwu. Vitality going to be magnetized towards that. Maybe thinking EG are running a banana risk. Maybe thinking that could be their entry to the B site. In the meantime, Ethan falls back, boosts Tarek onto CT cross. We saw him find heavy impact from this position. That was the round where Tarek went big with the 4K. Ethan also playing off of the top ropes. We'll see if they drop the elbow. Ethan gonna drop the bomb. Tarek now, he gets his chance. 2 kills and the perfect pinch. EG with the first round of OT.
Ultimate multi, and they were specifically waiting for the walk-in, right? Eyes pressed forward, neither playing anti-flash, knowing that Vitality have been leading with these very light and simple plays. An amazing first shot, actually, from Ethan early on. And again, it's just, he's so quick in and out, right? Like Ocean's 11, this guy is just clearly... I don't know, a secret agent with how sharp he is with his peaks on CT side. And the crossfire is perfect. Tarek is a specialist when it comes to being boosted up on in spawn. An opportunity for Ziwu to come through with an opening kill. He did that before and it was successful before.
This wasn't, but they weren't given a chance.
It wasn't spotted last time.
Exactly.
And it results in an opening here, EG. I don't think Vitality can afford to go down 2 of the first rounds in overtime. And they're already down 5-4.
Starting to look a little bleak. Starting to look a little rough. What we've seen, success from Vitality, it was coming in from apartments, right? They were very solid on those apartment pops. But every time they go down a man, we see them trickle back over to the B site. This is not going to be Tarek boosted on the side of CT. Instead, he takes second oranges, and Ethan, he can commit to quad. Hell, he could even tuck back in dark. But his Vitality had a little presence on Banana, making sure that it wasn't being spotted, making sure EG weren't playing proactive. They've now decided to go back to the other side. 40 seconds to spare. We've got EG with the double setup inside of Pit, and a little hesitation here. Cirque, he's moving around in Library, thinking possibly that this could be the B split. And as long as they block his vision, they're good, but there's no smokes. They go for the challenge, and Cirque's gonna get the better of Ziwu. 5v3. Breeze waiting for his chance. It is nothing but EG across the kill feed. Masuda with a single kill, but it's still Vitality without a single round.
All too easy. I mean, they throw the smoke down so that he has to rotate, and then they just dry peek him inside of spawn, not assuming that he'd still be there. Here's Cirque with the opening tactic after trying it again on the last round. They take the risk here, and this is where I think sometimes it can be a little bit too simple, all right? They took the risk of trying to contact play into the site. Evil geniuses, they got the double pit set up because they were fearful of the Halls pop. Maybe this isn't the right stylistic choice, considering EG are a team who adapts.
And adapts well. Ziwu empty-handed in overtime. No opening kills. They're going to go ahead and take the apartments. Breeze gets active. He sees two. Takes down the first one. Shock's able to answer. Drops down, grabs bomb. That could have been way worse. That could have been bomb control with Stanislaw close enough to come out from apartments. That would have been EG with the 3-0 OT easy.
They're walking out a B, though. Here is actually an opening, and they come through with that flash peek again. Ethan, hard right angle. Smoke comes down. He can maybe get some spam damage in, but there are two players here in rotator spots scrambling to reclaim control, and it's 4-4.
They go over towards the coffins. RPK is going to be able to cross bomb, not yet on site. Ethan falls back with that Molotov. This is Vitality's chance. This is their chance to take away at least one T round in overtime. Nevera's a little busy back on Banana. There is nothing coming in from that side of the map. It is all in from EG off spawn. Ethan's going to be the front runner from Coffins. That last bit of utility goes out. Ethan's got the first. Shock's quick answer. Tarek and Cirque also trying to get beyond this point. Shock's is now down. Cirque could be the difference. Missed shot from Nevera, but the time ticks quick. They've gotten on top of it, and EG on top of OT, because that's a 3-0 sweep.
Now they lock it up, and they only need one now to close, and Zeus can taste it. You can see him bumping up and down in his chair, close to closing this out. And I think that Vitality being pushed to their limit a little bit. Here is the only way that they get back into the round. An incredible adjustment from Shocks. But apart from that, they're trying the same things again and again. Get close to the choke point, late flash, pop out. And it's creating some gaps. But this exploitable weakness also cost them rounds. The way they dry peek into CT spawn, some of the tactics they're using and getting punished. And at least now for them, they get to go over to CT side, but EG, they had a very competent T side. They're going to be comfortable here to try to put together at least one round.
We've got a lot of aggression here on Banana. Ethan's inside of the smoke. Oh, this could get weird. He's got himself just one. Then Cirque gets it. This Bulgarian boulder, he rolled through them in that retake last round. And he gets what's a crucial trade. He's posted for the kill. And Nevera still able to walk away. But a man disadvantage. And victory with elimination on the line. Just 3 kills away.
Yeah. This is the moment, really. 4-3. You've got Vitality falling back. There's no more chaos with the grenades. They're resting. We can see the CT is very limited. Standard information. Trying to peek, but also a little bit scared themselves. Nevera's ops been spotted at mid. Ziwu alone on the B site.
All alone.
It's still him, but he is by himself. I haven't seen him do absolutely incredible things here. He had 1 or 2 great rounds.
1 incendiary.
Smoke will separate him from his friends. The pressure will be on, standing out in the open in front of Oranges. Can he make something happen?
Gonna have to be the best, and he's got himself 2. This is exactly what you need. A little bit of a dink. Stanislaw, 1 HP, but it's Cirque yet again. And it's Cirque versus Shocks. And he's not looking for that bomb. He's looking for his headshot. He's looking for victory. And he snaps over towards it, but he doesn't get it yet. Vitality with a lifeline.
Oh, there was a chance there to plant, and Shox could have came through on Banana. A small risk as he thinks that Shox has already lurked around, but it was the late retake. A great refrag early on, and Ziwu, as you mentioned, does enough. Silenced M4, 2.5 kills. And again, a really strong effort from Cirque there, but not quite as clutch as Shox.
Navera getting that spam onto Stan. He had 1 HP, and Navera gets him with the pistol. If it's Stan who's able to plant, Cirque doesn't have to take that fight. That 1 point of health could have made a world of difference, but that's gone. 2 rounds left. Looking for double OT. Vitality hanging on by the skin of their teeth. Stanislaw and Ethan ahead of these utilities.
They're separated.
They've got Ziwu back behind sandbags, and now he's down. This time he's not delivering the 2K.
Wow, some good executions here on B. A couple of looks, one at the bottom, one at the top now. And they've both caught Vitality off guard. Successful here in the early round, but they had an advantage last round, and they couldn't bring it to completion. Now with top B control, Vitality will be asked, do they want to try to reclaim it, or do they sit and wait and take the risks? They haven't gambled very often either. On a standard situation like this, you'd expect it's not going to be easy. They start to lean back towards A with the bomb still staged up here. Hall's control still on the minds of evil geniuses, but it could be just to throw a couple of grenades because they're here.
Sell the fake.
Yeah, and I mean, they're willing to buy anything at this point.
You've got 3 players on it. We start to see Shock shuffle over. It was Ziwu last round. Now it has to be Navera. Playing from dark.
Masuda peeking down mid.
Yep.
He gets taken out. Oh my god, are they going to change it back? I don't know. They flash out.
20 seconds. They're met by a Molotov. Now would be the time. They're going to challenge through this. Shox is playing off Coffins. Navera there on the narrowest of positions. We do get this rock back, but it's RPK, the tank, stationary in position. He's got the angle on the first one. Dives down, delivers a second. A little bit more on the bomb planter, but this is it. A 2v2, and we've got Cirque in between them. He turns his attention back. He must have heard him.
But he's going Halls.
And Shox gets caught. Now they know. Navera, he delivered his kill over on the B site, but they know he's here, and he thinks he has the element of surprise. Evil geniuses, 16-19, they take down Vitality, and they continue on for a chance at revenge tomorrow.
It wasn't easy, it wasn't fast, and it was almost never clear, especially when we got to OT. But they finally pulled it out. A reasonable victory in Europe. And to keep them from elimination as well.